Так, всем привет, дорогие друзья. И сегодня мы продолжаем игру Mirror. Так, ну что, опять расследуем городок. Да, так, да здравствуй, Басвуд. Так, центр Басвуда у нас там был. Давайте продолжим. Сейчас посмотрим. Какой-то. Раз. Раз. Ага. Да, центр Басвуда, точно. А, куда там? Что ли? Так вот, нормально. Верно. Так вот.
Of course. I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration.
А, ну да, все правильно. По сути.
Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? There's that coffee date with Anna. Anna might have to wait.
Шо?
I want to see if anyone has seen Dennis first. I don't know, I'll play it by ear. Just remember she's expecting you.
Картинка.
She's extending the olive branch. Don't drop it.
Раз. Блин. Так. О,
I still have
хорош.
time before meeting Anna.
Так, надо
Might as well
проверить.
ask if anyone saw Dennis.
Надо проверить. Так, наверное, хватит. О. Нормально. Так, куда идти-то? И по окрестности, что ли? Расследование. Аптека, оказывается. Не понял. Во. Так, смотреть, разговаривать. О,
Hey, Bug.
привет,
What are you doing
Букашка.
out here?
Hey, Muley.
Привет, Слоник.
Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy.
Дается в
Drawing.
аптеке. Будем.
I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Классно.
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
Я не успел пока.
Sorry, Bug. Other things have been getting in the way.
Yeah. Everyone
Да,
keeps
все
saying
так
things like
говорят.
that. Sorry. I know you're trying.
Я знаю, что
It's
ты
just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just...
Выслушать ее. Подожди, а что? Типа...
when I imagine
Простите.
myself.
Have you seen Dennis today?
What? No, I haven't. Were you even listening to me?
Вообще меня слушал.
I should be surprised. No one listens to me.
I was listening. I just need to find Dennis.
If you hear anything about what happened to my dad, let me know. Otherwise, just leave me
Так
alone.
лучше меня не трогать. И ладно, ничего страшного.
Joan had no clue about Dennis's whereabouts. Not
Так,
that I
куда
thought she
идти-то
would.
дальше? Или дальше по улице? О! Этим вот.
Joe,
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been?
Ага.
What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday.
Это вчера приехал.
Boys give you trouble?
Так, немного. Ага.
Maybe a little. But don't worry.
Трудно их винить.
It's hard for me to blame them.
After the mind closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
Так, вы...
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
Так, вот это.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. The cripple takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
Мне пора идти.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went.
Где появилась, ну?
Someone must have seen him after the fight.
Официантка? Ведь...
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
I suppose.
Я тут
I grew
вырос.
up here. Been gone for a couple of years. I'm not staying long.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Подожди.
A perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Нормально.
Now, I can't
What?
just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, Don't give me that.
О, этот
People have
офицер,
been
который был в
complaining, so
баре.
don't let me see you here again. You fascist.
Нормально.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Лично.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in
Еще не
town.
уехал. Это был Денис. Уже уеду.
I'll be leaving as soon as I can. Probably.
Наверное.
I don't like that, probably. I can't tell you to move along, but I suggest it strongly.
Trust me, I get it.
You were only in one fight last night because I stopped most of the others. Sam, I like you, but you're a hornet's nest.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but
Тунеядство.
loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day.
Короче, он все жалуется на работу.
Sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Я так и понял.
Trust me,
Так,
I know. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Yes.
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Хорошо.
Keep your nose clean.
А? Так, это что у нас? Аптека-то где? Где? А, вот аптека. Здесь. Вот аптека. А, вон как. Нормально.
I rolled up my sleeves and I got to work.
I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of that, was it?
You may have to get
А,
used to it.
I was.
I'm just a
Yo, get out the way.
Let's just leave it
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
иди, говори.
Asshole.
That's enough.
Потише там. Здесь. Бандит какой-то.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them. Hiking is an activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon.
Зрительно. Аляска.
Not uncommon for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
Это вот.
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood.
В одном месте
never
так
liked
стоит,
it.
типа разговаривает якобы. Она не разговаривает. А что, только смотреть надо? Его говорить.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Так, так.
Yeah, and I have quite a hangover to show for it. Not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom
Пожалуй, после
brawl.
драки в баре.
I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys. But you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
А, так, ну...
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Так, завязываю.
Last night was a wake-up
Понял,
call.
что нельзя
I'm
попробовать
gonna
вести
try focusing on clean
здоровый
living.
образ жизни.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the
Привет.
dose. Now, you have a good
Доброго
one,
дня,
young
молодой
man.
человек.
Was there anything
Нормально
else you
так.
needed, by the way?
Завязал все, почему? Ехали.
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town. Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask
fine.
next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
А, 12%. Блин, надо было, кстати, выслушать, блин. И ладно. Как здесь? Опа. Кто там? Анна. Полетит. Хрен с ним. Погоди, она освободилась, что ли? Пойду схожу, поболтаю с ней. Я что-то это не заметил. Она освободилась. Так, ладно. Болтаем. Ну давай ты. Что? Говорить.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam.
Могу помочь.
What can I do you for?
Dennis hasn't come in today, has he?
Dennis? I haven't seen him since last night. Why? You looking for trouble?
Просто
Last night we got into a fight. Like a fist fight.
Даже подрались.
Really? Oh, sorry, I missed that. You could both use the thumping,
Конечно, подрались.
but I left early to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I...
I just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
Так, здесь опросил я кафешку. Так. Здесь-то никого нет. Погоди, может. Так.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around.
А,
Someone must have
ясно,
seen
нельзя туда,
Dennis.
ну ладно. Идем дальше. Так, ты здесь? Это что, кто у нас? Можешь не поболтать? А, старик.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young
Доброе
man.
утро, пожалуйста.
Of course you can ask.
Давай.
No
Ответить
promise
не обещаю.
answering.
Да,
Why do you
нормально.
bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look
Эти
its
судьбы
best for
хотел.
today,
Прикольно.
especially the minor. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
Почему?
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
А у меня нет времени на жгутки. Сколько? Два.
2. One to hold the light bulb, the other to rotate the planet.
Неплохо.
Not bad.
Ну, ответ 3.
The one I have in store is 3.
Ладно.
One to replace the light bulb,
Лампочку.
2 to
другие
complain about
зажигают.
how the old one was better.
Ничего себе.
That's pretty funny.
Смешно.
Yeah,
Ага,
just
смешно.
not the kind of funny you laugh at.
И радостно.
So, you still want to hear the story?
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see,
А
back
что такое?
100 years ago, you'd be
А.
safer in the trenches than down in the
Пропустите.
mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right, 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity, brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
Так.
It definitely makes for one hell of a story.
There's heroes everywhere. Heroes who died for what I have. So, I do my part. Feel I owe it to them.
I get it.
I think you do. Anyway,
Ладно,
I'll
пора за
get
дело
back to
ходить.
it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take
До
care
встречи.
now.
Давай, пока-пока, старик. Пошел. Пойдем в кафешку тогда сходим.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big? Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we
О,
all keep
давай.
kicking. Why do
А?
it feels like
Загрузки.
now I've gone and made a bit of a mess.
Ты ж зашел
Oh,
уже, блин, там.
Sam, is that you?
Первый, блин.
Dear, please, could you help an old doddering
видео.
woman?
Так, у меня есть выбор.
Do I really have a choice? Or are you just gonna guilt me with the
Мне
social
надо сказать,
contract till
пока
I
я
agree?
соглашусь.
The second one. You always were a
Ну и
character.
характер, говорит, у тебя. Так, нас прибрал. Давай, помогу. Ух
Thank
ты.
you so much.
Спасибо
You're
большое, ты
always
всегда
such a
выручаешь.
dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh,
вы-
Sam, it's
сколько
been
тебе
years.
когда-то рада
It
тебя
really
видеть.
is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Ah, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far
Выслушать.
from me to criticize or anything, but
Потом.
these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Well, hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time. Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say,
Да,
didn't
конечно,
you?
смотри, ты какой.
Have you seen
Вы
Dennis
сегодня
today?
Денис не видели? Да, вот.
Dennis.
Про Денниса
No,
спросить.
it's odd,
Вы меня
actually.
отвлекаешь,
He
блин.
usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
Sitting in my mom's
That's
spare
your
bedroom
mom's
and
spare
decomposing into Arrested Development.
Погаюсь.
Well, at least you're decomposing with family. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go. Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Так. На. И что? Кофе, кофе.
Not
смотри.
very inspired.
Табличку. Водичку. Ну изучите что. Назад. Офигенная одна табличка тут. Анной поговорить надо.
Sam! Glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. So,
I hear you got in a fight
Подрался?
after I left the
Да,
wake?
конечно. Я почти ничего не помню.
I was so wasted at that point, it's all just a big,
Жалуюсь.
heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I
Не
didn't want to
буду,
drink,
а
I
дома
went home
напилась.
and
Ну и
drank.
вечер.
Long night.
Yeah,
Нормально.
sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own
По-своему.
ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yes, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So,
Работает.
what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip
Работает.
mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes.
Возможно.
Or she might be someone who you can trust, who
Поможет.
can help.
Сказать правду. Погоди, стой. Это правда. Давай, правда. Ну, подтвердить. Давай.
I woke up
Сегодня
today
проснулся,
and
рубашка вся.
my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know.
Детки с
Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Денис.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work
Любит
weekends.
работать выходным.
No, not yet.
Понятно.
I'll do that
Как раз
right now.
Sam,
собираюсь.
is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah.
нет.
I'm just gonna do
Совсем
my own
разберусь.
thing.
Ох, Сэм, что ты наделал?
What have you done?
Редакцию? Ну, в принципе, да. Что нет-то? Проверить, Как, кстати? Подожди, а здесь где? Кристина. Ну что, возможно. А куда это? Вот сюда? Где? Вот сюда, все правильно, да. Пойдем, сходим.
Locked.
Заперто.
I should check the back.
Надо проверить черный.
My. Look what we got here.
Ничего
Is
себе.
that Sam Higgs? Trying to get back in the newspaper game? I thought you got the message last night. Of course, it was hard to tell. Considering you let Declan do your talking for you.
Погоди, стой. Я где-то видел это. Даже не знаю, ну типа.
Look, fellas.
You know, Basswood can be a dangerous place.
Well, so maybe consider just getting before something bad happened to you.
Я уеду, когда сам захочу. Я скоро уеду. Типа. Я скоро уеду, да?
Trust me, I'll be out of
Я
here
скоро
as soon as I can.
могу. Так что ли?
Good.
Вот и хорошо.
Declan's right down the street.
А там уже, кстати, нет никого.
Watch yourself while you're in
Времени,
Basswood,
раз уж ты в Басуде.
because we'll be
На
watching you.
тебя глаз не скости. Ну давай, давай. Я запомнил. Пойдем. Открывай-то, блин. Опа, нифига себе здесь открыто. Так, Басуджи. Басуджи.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it.
О, Пакман.
Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Там. Там, блин. Как так-то? Эй, кто его убил-то?
Dennis! Dennis,
Кто это? Кто это вот так?
what happened? Who? Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
В итоге разума. Посмотрим, что там. Это зачем это так? Да что это мне? Мне сейчас надо типа искать в этой толпе, что ли?
You can do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem.
О!
Keep
Вон.
going. You got this.
Не понял, а сейчас, а здесь что? Погоди, куда ты?
Don't give up, Sam. You
Сдавайся,
almost have
осталось
it.
чуть-чуть. А как? Подожди. А. Да что ли? Такой, нет, 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 нет. Ага.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around.
Чего это? Так, это мы сейчас, получается, что сейчас будем улики искать, да?
Sam, keep it together. You can solve this.
Кажется.
Figure this out
Давай,
before
пока.
Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Паники. Так.
Chest wound. What
Быстрый
kind of weapon
груз.
did this?
Какое оружие? Одно.
Gunshot.
Выстрел,
The
пуля
bullet
прошла
went clean
насквозь,
through.
убийца был
The
близко.
killer must have been close.
Прошла
Where did the
пуля.
bullet go?
Подожди. А, ну-ка.
The bullet stopped
There
here. Small caliber like Dennis's
это
gun.
пуля.
I need to find that gun.
Бура.
His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go?
Парень. Или Деннис.
The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning.
Но у меня его нет.
And how did I get the
И
blood
как
on
на
me?
меня попала кровь? Следы. Тело.
The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt.
Ага.
I have the complete picture now.
Картинка сложилась. Как раз идет. Нифига себе. А, вот она какая-то, как рубашка-то вся. Как раз. Все, теперь понятно, как это произошло. Повышенное достижение наблюдательности.
The blood on the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead.
Его. Нашел его тело.
Blackout drunk,
Был
panicked.
сильно
I
пьян.
stumbled in my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the
Хорошо, еще
hotel
до
and not
отеля
wrapped
доехал.
around a pole.
Мотался.
Now,
Так, я...
I know I didn't do it.
Полиция.
The police, though, may not feel the same way.
Ты
I
чё
need to
ходишь,
search the
блин?
area.
Прови. Ага.
See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis. I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in. Seems like a good place to start.
Осмотреть стол. А, там. Компьютер. Так, черновик. Так, ребят, сегодня было поздно. Какую-то. Вроде еще. Что? А больше здесь? Входящие. О. Срочно.
Emails between Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes. Nothing stated clearly.
Ожидаю, что
They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching. Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out.
А, так. И это вот должен был. Хватит. Что-нибудь выйдет. Так. Как здесь? А, вот. Так. Интересных тем почти. Нормально.
The puzzle comes together. Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead.
Потом его убили.
I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office
Смотреть все заметки.
and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. And Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around.
Так, а что здесь?
Nick's computer is missing. Took it home to work or stolen. The only thing she cared about then was looking at bugs and drawing them.
Опять.
I don't need everyone staring at
Не
me.
надо на меня так смотреть. Нормально так. Эти. О, кстати. В следующий раз твоя очередь.
Weird. Nick was always more a fan of beer than working late.
Ага. Стикеры.
They don't even work here anymore. Someone should really clean up this board. Valid question. Still not
Ответа
sure.
нет. Забывать.
Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things.
Всё, что ли?
If I had the code, I could get in here.
О! 31-20.
4 digits.
3 цифры.
Wonder if that's the new code for the archives. Thanks,
Спасибо,
bug.
Лукаш.
Your obsessive snooping pays off. Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive. How could there be so little information regarding his last investigation?
Так. Опять растет. Счет.
Nick was looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood. But what was he looking for? Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something, or someone. Nick had a contact, Same name as in the email. He was onto something big.
Все что ли?
What Nick was looking into was something big and dangerous. It's why he was so careful. It's possible Walter missed something. Could be worth checking his office. There's a lot of junk in here, but none of it is useful to me.
Погоди, вот там. О, тут. Учить. Ввести пароль.
There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password. There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password.
И выйти, как выйти-то, подсказка. Учить.
Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a
Да у
clue
него,
in his
короче, надо
office.
посмотреть здесь.
He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top. Wouldn't be surprised if that was his password. That was just after Anna came on. And we really were a small clan. So strange how calm it is out there when, well, this happened. Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password. Walter's desk is just like him, big and full of mystery.
Учить.
His granddad rock a thing? If so, Walter and Anna are both into it. Good for Walter that Judith is doing all right. She means the world to him. So much so that she could be his password. I can't imagine Walter getting a suntan at the beach. He can't stay still. Prin never looked happy a day in her life. Been Walter's cat for years. Maybe he set her name as his password.
Получить доступ.
That's not it. I have to keep looking.
Вот.
That's not it. I have to keep looking.
Блин.
That's not it. I have to keep looking.
Ну и ладно, Basswood.
I'm in.
Все, есть.
Let's see what secrets you got in here, Walter.
Входящее. Письмо.
Mostly standard so
Вообще
far.
стандарт.
By the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried. Wait, that doesn't make
Да, очень
sense.
странно.
Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on. And he always kept his window. The car
Машина
really
и правда
burned.
сгорела.
Though that's very uncommon in most crashes.
Блин. Идти.
So, Walter got the police report from Bess. Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong.
Странно.
Walter seemed to buy it, but I don't know if I do.
Ну как? Понятно. Чего? А ты что там стоишь?
So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in? Just a hint. We should get out of town immediately.
Быть. Так. Понял. Значит,
Nick was in over his head. Working on his
Нужно
own
работать
might have
немножко
ended
было.
badly for
Вышло
him.
ему.
Exactly. Like I said,
Я же
you
говорю.
should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know. Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right,
Sam? What's happening? Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
Is
listen
he-
to me.
довериться ему.
You need to be here with
Просто
me and
внимательно
listen to what I
послушай.
have to say.
Oh my god,
Господи,
no.
боже мой,
It's...
я... Как
How could
это
this
возможно?
happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived
Давай
late.
встретимся здесь.
And the person that
Он
actually
пришел
showed
его
up
убийца.
killed him.
Your bloody shirt
Кровь у
was
тебя на
clearly
рубашке
from
явно
this.
отсюда.
That means you were here
Ты вчера
yesterday.
здесь
It
был.
links you
Ты
to the crime
приходил на
scene.
место преступления.
And you've been running around
Потом
town
всё утро
all
бегал по
morning
городу,
asking
спрашивал
about
про
Dennis.
Денниса.
It won't look good.
Это...
We need to call the
Надо
police.
вызвать полицию.
They'll think I killed him.
Пишешь,
I thought I
я
did it
сам
first.
как
I
бы-
have no
Да нет,
alibi.
This is not about you.
чем ты тут?
Dennis
Если
had a
была семья,
family.
я
They
же
have to
знаю,
know what
что произошло.
happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point.
Рано или
Someone is
поздно
going to
его
find
кто-то
him
найдет.
eventually. Involving the
Давай,
police would
полиция
only
нас-
slow us down. I'll
это-
be more efficient on
Ты-
my own.
Соглашаемся с тобой.
Efficient and possibly
Ты можешь
friendless.
остаться один.
You've already trusted Anna
Просто
once.
Анна
I suggest you
доверился.
keep on that
Давай,
road.
продолжи. Давай, соглашаемся. Звонить в полицию давай, да. Я тебе тоже доверюсь, да.
Okay.
Ладно.
But not
только
that
не-
phone. Use one of the landlines here and
Yes.
don't leave your
Спасибо.
name.
You remember I'm a journalist, right? I know how to keep things confidential.
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
Авария.
I'm going to the crash site to
Авария.
confirm my suspicions.
Хочу проверить.
I'm going with you.
Я уеду.
I don't know if that's a good
Лучше не
idea.
надо.
You trusted me before.
Доверился.
It's only fair I
Лучше-
do the same for you. I'll call the cops from
Я
here
позвоню
so
в
they can't
полицию
track
отсюда.
us.
All right. Here we
Давай
are.
вот здесь.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember, especially how you always end up being right somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither.
FBI, open up!
Nick, I'll
Я
get to the
поздоровался
bottom of
только что.
this. First,
Так,
gather the
собрать
clues.
улики, неуловимые
Cold,
факты.
hard,
Так,
plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
нет, какие-то сгоревшие. Подожди. А куда надо идти? А, вниз. Сюда вот может. Пойдем. Италь. О, нифига.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Это что такое? Обугленный. О, добавить улику.
The bark got badly burnt. Must be where Nick crashed.
Обгорело, наверное. Следы огня. Добавить
The
улику.
car went up like kindling.
Машина вспыхнула как
It
спичка.
was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area.
Как спичка. Так, где что дальше-то? Погоди. Следы шин-то должно быть тоже. Подожди, где они есть? Где? Я уже их посмотрел. Это здесь. Ой, блин, я подумал из машины сейчас. А, вот, следы. А, это следы животного.
An animal came through here. Maybe that's what surprised Nick. But the tracks don't reach the road.
Это не доходит до дороги. Давно. Добавить улику.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
Так. А вот какие-то следы. Подожди, или не следы это? Во, точно. Ворот, вот он. Кусок дерева. Следы. Добавить улику.
The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the
видно, где
road.
машина не... Так, следы шин, отлично. Отлично. Ага. Права. Подожди, а здесь еще... А, добавить улику тоже.
Two of the road signs were
Обугленные
torn out.
знаки.
Did Nick's car do that?
Так,
The
это
fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far.
Сок.
That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs.
Права. А, добавить улику.
No skid
Следы
marks,
торможения
no
отсутствуют.
trace of sudden braking.
Дорожные знаки.
These road signs are intact. Not a scratch on them.
Ой, Леха, здорово, здорово, Леха. Кстати, вчера Лех проверял этот, как у Киберпанк, это на ультрах, на трассировку лучей. Блин, вообще офигенно все. Ничего не тормозит. И, короче, 70 FPS, 75, 80, вот так вот. Короче, вообще шикарно. Так. Вот. Что у нас? Быть. Погоди. Чё, что ли? Так, ну это поворот мы увидим. Так, здесь. Вот есть это. Так, это что такое? Ворота. Еще раз, может быть, здесь бить. Вылился. Права. О. Что, можно уже сообщать?
Best to leave her
Лишние
alone.
дороги.
It's a lot to take in.
Что, мне уже можно сделать? Смотреть место аварии. Нет, пока не. Или подожди. Нет, пока еще. Блин, нужно. Я не все еще сделал. Ядарем. Я не знаю, может быть. А ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Слышу что-то. Ехал отсюда тут. О, пятно бензина есть. А.
A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel?
Так, теперь, наверное, все складывается, да, получается? Погоди, еще раз. Так. А, вот дорожный знак. А добавить улику.
Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him.
И? А, все. Теперь все сложилось, отлично. Давай.
That's all the information I
Думаю,
need.
это будет достаточно.
Time to
Теперь
put
надо
everything
всё
together.
поставить.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol.
Так, он едет.
He was startled by an animal.
Дорогу выскакивает. Ага. Он сбил ее.
And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree.
О, как.
Things don't add up.
Не сходится. Ты назад пойдешь. А, фига перематывается что-то все. Прикольно. А, фига себе, прикольно, конечно. Прикольно. Так, ну и чё?
I need to
Узнать,
find
что
out what
произошло на
really
самом
happened.
деле. Погоди, Ник. Пьяный. Без сознания. Подожди. Да, он без сознания. Машина, бензин. Машина загорелась. Препятствие. Препятствие. Нету, наверное. Нету. Ну-ка. Вот как у него. О, я понял тогда. Он без сознания ехал, получается. Все. Все, и чё, куда дальше? Препятствий нет.
Only one
Все.
simulation fits the
Быть не
evidence.
может. Полицейский
The
отчет.
police report was wrong.
О, как. О. Посмотрим. Видео. Его, короче... бензином, что ли, облили машину? Точно. Понял. Значит, все верно получилось. Ага. Вот, типа, машина загорелась, он без сознания. Да, вот, подожгли, получается, машину. Там же это... Блин, ну почему там-то, блин, это как влили? Влили же спереди. Она вот как идет. Все, я понял. Машина. Ладно. Вот оно как произошло. Полицейский отчет врет. Прикольно, даже пепел прям
I thought you quit.
I did.
Бросил.
So, did you find
Нормально.
anything?
Да, выяснилось.
Nick,
Убили.
he was murdered. I'm sorry, I don't... The police report was clearly wrong.
Очевидно.
Fucking...
Anna?
Here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna?
Яна,
Is she
все
okay?
нормально?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Call the police,
Борис
then
сразу
called my
позвонил.
dog.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
Что? Получишь достижение знания силам. Так. Есть ли это даже закон? Продолжим, наверное, на следующем стриме.
About Dad. Don't tell him what we found.
А с вами был, как всегда, Андрей. Подписывайтесь на группу ВКонтакте, на YouTube, Telegram.